Yeah. You've just got me today. Robin had to go to work. Robin actually got herself a little part-time job, so you've just got me. Don't worry, Robin wrote the questions. Nope. Yeah, took a while for it to show on the thing. So yeah, once again, I'm using my phone for any comments in the chat and everything. So yeah, hopefully I can do the quiz justice just on my own. Hey, you're meant to be working. Stop commenting in chat. You see, that's just cheating. You can't do the quiz because you wrote the quiz. Then again, how much of the answers do you actually remember? How many people are we going to have today? I know my mum said that she's unable to join us today. She's busy. I feel like I just need some like ambience music in the background, just little sort of elevator music. Just not, you're not just looking at me. Hello, everyone out there. Maybe I should just start telling jokes. Then again, no one wants me to start telling jokes. All my jokes are groaners. Amusing for me, not so amusing for everyone else, because I just have the enjoyment of watching other people's reactions to my jokes. Anyone else around? Gonna say hi in chat. Yeah. Hello, Karen. See if anyone else is around to join us, or maybe everyone's taking the opportunity to go to the pub, go out for a drink. Now you can actually sit indoors, especially with the weather like it is. Yeah. Yeah, you've just got me today. Robin got herself a part-time job and was called in, so yeah, you've just got me. But don't worry, Robin wrote the questions, so you don't have to worry about that. You won't have to put up with my insanely hard questions for an easy round, so to speak. I think at the rate things are going, Caroline, it might literally just be yourself and Karen. Because I know my mum isn't joining us this time because she's busy. So I'm not sure if there's going to be many other people. I don't know if Denise is turning up. Because yeah, I think Denise is the only other person, isn't it? Karen, Caroline, Pamela, Denise. So yeah, I don't know. It certainly wouldn't be that much competition if it is just going to be the two of you. I can tell you who would win straight from the off. Does it really matter? At the end of the day, all basically says the same thing. We just don't have Tweedledee here at the minute. So, give it a couple of minutes, but like I say, if it's just going to be Cara and Caroline, two people for the entire quiz, I'm not sure if it's worth doing. See if Denise turns up, but we don't know. Depends how people feel. I mean, basically, I believe it's all of Caroline's family, so it's not really separate. It's not really just two people, but yeah. I mean, this is just me muttering to myself at this point because I'm just talking to a camera and like a 20-second delay between what I'm saying and anything that's put in chat. What do you mean, poor you? Why are you saying poor you? At this point, we're just effectively two people who turn into a Zoom quiz. That is how much the delay is. If you're happy to do it, I'm happy to continue. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. because as Robin says, we're camping next weekend, so it would be the weekend after when we'd next be doing a quiz. So it would effectively be a long time without a quiz, and and I think you guys need your fix, your quiz fix, your fix of facts. Oh, hey Denise, you've just got me. I'm afraid Robin's working, so yeah. Like I say, Robin's the one that's done all the questions, so you don't have to worry about me doing weirdly hard questions because I don't know people's sort of level of what's easy and hard. I got all my facts lined up and the interesting stuff, so yeah. Yay, let's go quizzy. I really don't want to do anything. I not have the keyboard plugged in or something. I don't know. So yeah. So round one is, of course, colours, as we have done for the past few weeks. So my first fact of the day is that 17th century scientist Charles Morton believed that birds spent winter on the moon. It's not the first time I've heard this fact. I believe I've heard it previously, but yeah, the concept of birds flying to the moon and during the winter. I guess during those times anything was possible. Stevie can barely hear me. Relatively quiet. That might just be me because I'm not exactly the loudest of people. I don't really know how to turn myself up. I'll just talk a bit quieter, a bit louder then, just to make things a bit easier on everyone. But yeah, I think that's just me being me. I'm just a quiet person. But yeah, I'll talk a bit louder. Hopefully that makes things easier for everyone, and we'll keep going. I mean, if we get further on and people are still having issues, then I might try and fiddle about with some settings, but I'm not really sure there's much I can do. Alright, so if everyone is ready, I will start with the first question. So, question 1. Which two colours are in the Google logo? Which two colours in the Google logo appear more than once? So the Google logo has several colours in it, but two colours appeared multiple times. Now, of course, this was a point where you could cheat if you really wanted to and just open up a web page. But that's cheating, and we're not cheaters here, are we? There. 5 seconds left. Choose your answers. I'm a good 27-second delay. Okay, question 2. How many squares of each colour are there on a chessboard? So a chessboard of squares. How many colours are there of each square? No, how many squares are there of each colour? So if you don't know how many squares there are on a board, take a wild guess. 5 seconds. Put something down. I'm sure it'll be something. It's not like you lose points for anything. Question 3. Which reptile has the ability to change its colour? Which reptile has the ability to change its colour? So didn't they do a Disney film about this reptile at one point? Another one of those films where they spend their life caged up and they go out into the wild like, I don't know what I'm doing. Which seems to be just Disney films in a nutshell half the time. Isn't that what Finding Nemo basically was? Question 4. The colour code #000000 is associated to which colour name? So, what is the colour that's associated to colour code #000000? So, if you ever used Microsoft Paint, then when you choose the colours on there, it'll have a little tab to show you what the colour code is. I don't know what you mean, Denise. As long as Ka, then the message get cut off slightly there. Question 5. Heterochromia describes which statement? 2 different skin tones, 2 different eye colours, or 2 different hair colours? Yeah, I missed it when I had my hair different colours. I used to have red hair, I've had blue hair, purple hair. Those were the days. I think it's just always a good fun thing just to change your hair every now and again. I mean, well, I've still got hair at any rate. Question 6. Name the TV program. They say I've heard of the name of this TV program before, but I've never actually watched it myself. Remember that all these questions are to do with colours, so the answer tends to involve a colour of some description normally. Question 7. The word geoluride was a word used to represent which colour? Geoluride. Geolured? Don't know. I've never heard of this word before. I don't know if people have ever come across this word before. There's not a common one as far as I'm concerned. Question 8. What colour is opposite of red on the colour wheel? What colour is opposite to red on the colour wheel? I haven't seen a colour wheel for ages. Okay, so it seems Denise might be having some technical issues. So Caroline, you were saying before that I was sounding quite low. Are you able to hear me now? The light's getting dimmer. Because I'm not entirely sure where to go, short of trying to refresh YouTube. I don't know. What else? I don't know what to do. Let me. I don't think the keyboard's on for some reason. Is there? Why does the keyboard not appear to be on? I don't know what to do. Hey, that's not what I wanted. Let me just, I'll come back. Let me see if there's anything on OBS. So this shows that there is, the mic is picking up my voice. So I don't know. I don't understand why people would be struggling to hear. Don't think that's helpful at all. I don't know, to be quite honest, because like I say, as far as I can see, this bar moving at the bottom shows that it's picking up my voice to the point that it's in the yellow. Using your microphone, yeah. Does it show what volume? No. I honestly don't know. Plugged in device into audio jack, yeah. Okay. So that's in the audio jack. Has that changed anything? Are people still struggling? Do I have to? I don't know what that's using. So the headphones in with the microphone. You need to switch it to the headphones on the bottom right for sound. What do you mean on the bottom right for sound? Do you mean on this? What do you mean on the bottom right for sound? What do you mean on the bottom right for sound? What do you mean on the bottom right for sound? Almost caught up. If I unplug that, I mean that's saying desktop is not getting anything from the desktop audio, but it's getting from the mic audio, which is the camera. because the camera is what's picking up the microphone. So again, I can speak louder. Yeah, no, that's just the OBS that's doing a screen capture. Okay, so donate. I'm gonna move on to question 9, which is simply name the film. I've never seen this film personally. I think I've seen what the film is based off. I've never seen the film personally. Okay, right. I apologise for the technical difficulties we've had and the fact that you've basically just been seeing the whole, like seeing how a movie's made sort of thing. Question 10. What colour dye is produced from the woad plant? Woad plant. And yes, that's not a typo. We don't mean the wood plant, the woad plant. Providing that is how you pronounce it, of course. So, once again, everything is a colour. Take a guess. What colour do you think you can get from the woad plant? Question 11. What is the colour of the skin of a polar bear? What colour is the skin of a polar bear? It's quite interesting when you find out, personally. But then, I'm a well of useless facts that I found interesting. Last 5 seconds. Put something down. Question 12. Which country would you find the Yellow River? Which country would you find the Yellow River? Well, there are many countries that I wouldn't mind going to. Yeah, I'll just take a year off work and just travel the world. How about that? That'd be fun. Just a weekly quiz. Where am I now? Question 13. What is the colour in the middle? It looks like Robin messed up with the timer again on this one. What is the colour in the middle? So yeah, this is a rainbow. Just a very sort of basic rainbow. What is the colour in the middle? Question 14. What colour is associated to jaundice? What colour is associated to jaundice? Okay, and question 15. Hyacinthioids is a scientific name for what protected spring flowering plant? So it's protected in the UK. Hyacinthioids, if that's how you pronounce it. That's a scientific name for what protected spring flowering plant? Again, every answer is related to a colour. Okay, answers. This is where I do my job. And I have to realise that I didn't actually have the answers ready to actually go. So, question 1. Which 2 colours of the Google logo appear more than once? It was blue and red. So blue and red appear twice in the Google logo. Question 2. How many squares of each colour are there on a chessboard? 32. 32 white, 32 black. So the word checkmate in chess comes from the Persian phrase Shah Ma, which means the king is dead. Providing I'm pronouncing that correctly, of course. Question 3. Which reptile has the ability to change its colour? It is a chameleon. So apparently they change colours to change their body temperatures. So light colours are used to cool down, dark colours to warm up. And female chameleons also change their colour to display bright yellow spots when she's ready to mate, and afterwards she'll darken her skin tone to show off blue and yellow spots to inform nearby males to stay away. Question 4. What colour is associated to the code #000000? It is black. So I'm guessing a lot of you were sort of umming and ahhing between black and white. Well, the white code is #FFFFFF. Oh, I'm ruining everything. So yeah, question 5. Heterochromia describes what is a person with 2 different eye colours. So there is 3 types of heterochromia. There's complete heterochromia, where the whole eye is a different colour. There is sectorial heterochromia, where only a segment of the eye are different colours. So just little flecks like that. And then there's central heterochromia, where the different colour is surrounding the pupil. So yeah, those are 3 different types of heterochromia. Question number 6. Name the TV show. It was The Thin Blue Line. So the blurb for The Thin Blue Line is the Gasforth police station often is a scene of comic disorder between the uniformed officers led by Inspector Raymond Fowler and the detectives under the supervision of Detective Inspector Derek Grimm. Like I say, never seen it, but I've heard of the thing. Question 7. The word Geo-le-red is used to represent which colour? It is the colour orange. So apparently it was an old French word. So, and again I'm messing it up. So what colour is opposite to red on the colour wheel? It is green. So I haven't seen a colour wheel since art during secondary school. Question 9. Name the film. It was Pink Panther. So Pink Panther is a film series about an inept police detective as he chases a Pink Panther. So the original was a film series, and then you had the the modern version of the Pink Panther films. Question 10. What colour dye is produced from the woad plant? It is the colour blue. So the leaves of the base of the plant are cut up, submerged in boiling water, and then the liquid is strained and left to cool before the sediment is strained off, and that creates a blue dye. Question 11. What colour is the skin of a polar bear? It is black. How many people knew that it was black? So the fur isn't actually white either, so it just looks that way. Each hair shaft is pigment-free and transparent, with a hollow core that scatters and reflects visible light, much like what happens with ice and snow. Question 12. Which country would you find the Yellow River? It is China. So the Yellow River is the 2nd longest river in China after the Yangtze River, and the 6th longest river in the world at an estimated length of 5,464 kilometres. Question 13. Name the colour in the middle of the rainbow. It was green. So being standard rainbow being red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo and violet. Question 14. What colour is associated to jaundice? It is yellow. So jaundice is a condition in which skin and whites of the eyes turn yellow, yellowy orange, due to bile buildup. And then question 15. Hyacinthoids is a scientific name for what flower? It is bluebells. So bluebells are protected under the Wildlife and Countryside Act of 1981. If you dig up a wild bluebell, you can be heavily fined. It takes several years for native bluebell seeds to grow into a bulb and subsequently flower. So how did people do on that round? Was it a good round? Was it an easy round? Am I being a good host without Robin here? Karen got 9, so it couldn't have been that difficult. 10 for Caroline. And 11 for Denise. Okay, so that was a fairly easy round then. Not well, easy. That was an alright round then. Sort of middling. So this is the first of the link rounds. You remember how this goes? 4 questions. Each answer relates to an overall topic for the 5th question. So question 1. Whose grandmother was eaten by the big bad wolf? Whose grandmother was eaten by the big bad wolf? Question 2. What is the most common fruit juice people drink at breakfast? What is the most common fruit juice that people drink at breakfast? Remember, if you think you know what the link is, then put "got it" in chat. Question 3. Snoopy's best friend is called Charlie who? Snoopy's best friend is called Charlie who? Question 4. Who lived with the 7 dwarves? Who lived with the 7 dwarves? And then question 5, what links the past 4 answers? But it looks like everyone may have got it already anyway. The spotlight's died. The spotlight's died. So I'm afraid I'm a bit dark on the screen. Alright, so answers. So the first answer was Little Red Riding Hood. Then we had Orange, Charlie Brown, and Snow White. And the link was that they were all colours. So, nice and simple round. Link, they were all colours. We had red in Riding Hood, orange for orange juice, Charlie Brown, and Snow White. So yeah, out of 5. But like I say, I'll be surprised if people haven't got 5. This is when people say, oh, most common juice is apple juice, surely. I like a good glass of apple juice. So round 2 is locations. So this is mostly a geography round. And my next round fact, according to a 2011 study, a book feels heavier if people are told it contains writing on an important subject. I guess this is what I mean, like a heavy subject. Couldn't think of Brown. You don't know Snoopy and Charlie Brown in the comic Peanuts? Still don't understand why the comic's called Peanuts. But yeah, okay. So, question 16. Which currency is used in Egypt? Which currency is used in Egypt? Who knows their currencies? Yeah, we're not going to go into that, Denise. I agree with you. Not going to go into it. Question 17. Name the city. Name the city. City on wheels. This is where a lot of car industries started up. It really is a hefty delay. It's gone up to a full 29 seconds. Alright, question 18. Which country is this located in? Which country is this located in? You may have seen this in Indiana Jones. I can't remember which Indiana Jones film it is. It's the one with his father. Yeah. So yeah, the Indiana Jones series with his father in, well, the film. That's where you may have seen this if you haven't even been to it yourself. Question 19. What do these three things have in common? So, can everyone name what these three things are? To be honest, if you get the bottom one and can actually pronounce it, then hats off to you. Do you know what these three things have in common? So the three things, not where they are, the items themselves. What do they have in common? Question 20. What is the capital city of this country? So if you know where the flag is, what is the capital city of it? We got a game all to do with flags and geography and everything, so I'm keen to have a look at that. I think Robin means it isn't stone rather than Stein, but yeah. Question 21. What was the capital city of the previous flag in 1 AD? Robin wrote the questions. Don't look at me. Robin wrote the questions. So again, if you know what the flag is, then you got a fair bet that you might know the answer. But Robin wrote the questions. So what is the capital city of the previous flag in 1 AD? Question 22. Name one European country which this mountain range spans. So this mountain range goes through several countries. Just name one of them. Do you know what the mountain range is? If you know the mountain range, you should know the country. But given we said European country, that should hopefully be a hint. Question 23. What's the country? What country does this flag represent? What country does this flag represent? Yeah, Denise, I don't blame you. Like I say, Robin wrote the questions. Can't blame me for this one. I like died. Question 24. Take the first letter from each of these countries and what country do they make? So if you know the flags, you take the first letter of each country and you work out what country do they make? The name of the country do they make? I don't know what you mean, Denise. What do you mean by UK entry on now? I don't understand. Question 25. Which African country is furthest west? You have the choice of Nigeria, Egypt, Mali, or Chad. So which of these African countries is the furthest west? Ah, Eurovision. I don't know. I don't watch Eurovision. What do you take me for? Expect me to support my own country in a singing contest? When does the UK do well in the Eurovision? From what I understand, I think we've come close to winning it in ages because everyone's just got a vendetta against the UK. Oh, question 26. More questions than I was expecting. Which country has water borders with both the Red Sea and the Persian Gulf? Is it Iraq, Iran, Saudi Arabia, or Yemen? Which country has water borders with both the Red Sea and the Persian Gulf? Take a punt. 1 in 4 chance of getting it if you don't know. So, question 27. How many main time zones does Australia have? How many main time zones does Australia have? It's another weird one, this one. Question 28. The Egyptian Sphinx has the body of what animal? I don't understand why this is in a locations section. But yeah. The Egyptian Sphinx has the body of what animal? We all know what the Sphinx looks like, I should hope. But what body, what animal's body does it have? Question 29. Which waterfall is this? Which waterfall is this? I mean, it doesn't look that impressive, to be honest. But maybe that's just me. I mean, it does what it has in the title. Water is falling. There's no Niagara Falls. Question 30. What is the 6th planet in our solar system? What is the 6th planet in our solar system? Okay, answers. So, question 16. What currency is used in Egypt? It's the Egyptian pound. So until 1834, there was no national currency in Egypt. The local areas had their own currency. The Egyptian pound was first coined and put into circulation in 1836. So they had a different currency between 1834 and 1836, but from 1836 is when the Egyptian pound was established. Question 17, where is the Space Needle located? It is Seattle. So that image was the Seattle Space Needle. The needle is 605 feet high and has a revolving glass floor observation deck at 500 feet up. So if you're scared of heights, 500 feet up and you're standing on a glass ceiling, floor, ceiling, same thing. Question 18. What country is the Red Rose City located? It is Jordan. So that image of the stone temple thing that I showed you, that I said was from one of the Indiana Jones films, that was the Red Rose City, also known as Petra. So Petra was lost to the Western world from about the 14th century until the early 19th century. And in 2007, it was named as one of the new 7 wonders of the world. Question 19. What do the Colosseum, statue of Christ the Redeemer, and the Mayan temple have in common? They are all modern wonders of the world. So, along with the Great Wall of China, Machu Picchu, Petra, and the Taj Mahal. Those are the 7 modern wonders of the world. So yeah, I wasn't about to try and pronounce the title of that Mayan temple, because no, just no. Question 20, name the capital city. So the capital city was Cairo, because it was the flag of Egypt. So Cairo is the 3rd largest and 2nd most populous city in Africa. Question 21, what was the capital city of Egypt in 1 AD? It was Alexandria. Alexandria is a Mediterranean port city in Egypt. During the Hellenistic period, it was home to a lighthouse, which was one of the 7 ancient wonders of the world, and it also had the Library of Alexandria. Question 22, which European countries would you find the Alps mountain range? So if you put down any of these countries, you get a point. You don't get multiple points if you put more than one. You just get 1 point if you've got any of these countries. So you've got France, Switzerland, Monaco, Italy, Liechtenstein, Austria, Germany, and Slovenia. The Alps is almost 1,100 kilometers long and up to 230 kilometers wide. Question 23. What country was the flag? It was the country. It was the country of Switzerland. I don't think it was a flag, was it? Yeah, it was Switzerland. Sorry, it was the flag. It was the red flag with the white cross. Yes. I looked at that and just went, Swiss Army knife, Switzerland. In 2018, Switzerland ranked first for the 8th consecutive year as the most innovative country in the world. So Switzerland is the most innovative country in the world. Question 24. Name the country made up by the anagram. It was Italy. So the flags were Israel, Argentina, Tunisia, Lebanon, and Yemen. Question 25. Which African country is the furthest west? It was Mali. So Mali is the biggest country in West Africa, roughly twice the size of Texas, and the official language of the country is French. Why French? I guess it's to do with colonization, but yeah. Question 26. Which country has a water border with both the Red Sea and the Persian Gulf? It is Saudi Arabia. So Saudi Arabia is the 13th largest country in the world and the 2nd largest in the Arab world. 95% of Saudi Arabia is considered desert or semi-desert. So yeah, it's a very sandy place. Question 27. How many time zones does Australia have? It is 3. Now, I found this quite interesting. So I've got a map here. So Australia has the 3 time zones normally of plus 8 hours, plus 9.5, and plus 10. However, some of Australia recognises daylight savings time. So during daylight savings time, they have 8 hours, 9.5, 10.5, 10, and 11. Which just baffles me, which means that you could be on the same timeline geographically and go from north to south on the west side of Australia, and you would gain an hour. It's just like, why? At least make it like the whole segment of the country, but that's just me. Anyway, the answer is 3 because for the most part it's 3. Those weird places. Question 28. The Sphinx has the body of what animal? It is a lion. So the Sphinx was first carved around 2500 BC. After the Sphinx was built, over the course of the next 1000 years, it fell into disrepair. The entire body was covered in sand, and only the head could be seen. Legend has it that a young prince named Tutmos fell asleep near the head of the Sphinx. He had a dream where he was told that if he restored the Sphinx, he would become Pharaoh of Egypt. Tutmos restored the Sphinx and later became Pharaoh of Egypt. As legends go, it's not up there with like Theseus and the Minotaur. He just sort of had a dream, did what the dream said, and the outcome was what the dream said. Question 29. What is the name of the waterfall? It is Angel Falls. So these falls are in Venezuela. Before the mid-1950s, the falls were an unknown wonder. Even the indigenous tribe who occupied the valley beside the falls stayed away, believing that Angel Falls' remote location harbored malign spirits. Okay. Question 30. What is the sixth planet in the solar system? It is Saturn. So Saturn is the second largest planet in our solar system, and it is made of mostly gases. The rings are made up of rocks and ice, varying in size from grains of sand to kilometers in length. Yeah. How did people do on that round? Was it an okay round? Was this round a bit more difficult than the last? How did people find it? Ooh, 6 of 15 for Karen. So, more difficult than the colour round. 7 See, Denise, you got some. It wasn't a 0. Wasn't that bad. You still beat Karen, so hats off. I know it's not a tall order, but yeah, you still beat Karen. Sorry, Karen, I'll stop with these things at some point. And Caroline with 8. Okay, so link round number 2. So question 1. What frowns on your head? I'm guessing that's supposed to be grows, not frowns. Now I'm going to say that Robin meant what grows on your head. Hopefully Robin sees this and just sort of realises her mistake, but yeah. Question 2. The owl and the who went to sea in a pea green boat. The owl and the who went to sea in a pea green boat. Question 3. Children often keep their money in what kind of little bank they keep at home? Remember, if you know what the link is, put got it in the chat. There you go. Caroline beating me to it. Question 4. A sausage in a bun is called a hot what? A sausage in a bun is called a hot what? Question 5. What links the past 4 answers? I'm giving you all the time, but I dare say you've all got it. So, answers. Hair frowns on your head. It's the owl and the pussycats went to sea in a pea green boat. Kids keep their money in a piggy bank. Oh, I never had a piggy bank. I just had a tin or a jar. And it's a hot dog. Yes. I could do with a hot dog. And of course, the link is that they're all animals. Apologies for the delay. There. So round 3 is just general knowledge. So apparently in urban planning there is a 330-300 rule, and that stipulates that everyone should be able to see at least 3 trees from their home. There should be a 30% canopy cover in each neighbourhood, and 300 metres should be the maximum distance to the nearest park. Now, I don't know if this is urban planning rule for the UK or for the US, but apparently it's an urban planning rule for one of those. There. Yeah, when I saw frowns, I did wonder if it was meant to be what frowns on your head. I was like, eyebrows. But then I realised it's more likely going to be grows. Anyway, question 31. Who directed Jurassic Park? Nice and simple. Who directed Jurassic Park? Question 32. What name refers to a boot and a UK football team? What name refers to a boot and a UK football team? Personally, I wouldn't be surprised if people don't get this, because I didn't get this. Can also be a girl's name. We'll go with that. An extra hint. Then you're more likely to get it. Question 33. What 3 ingredients are typically used to make pancake batter? What 3 ingredients are typically used to make pancake batter? You need all 3 ingredients to get the point here. If anyone's looking for some new music to listen to, I recommend an artist called Charlie Warsham. Question 34. Where would you find Mount Kilimanjaro? Where would you find Mount Kilimanjaro? English language is a weird thing. Just saying. Filling the gap. Question 35. What is a baby goat called? What is a baby goat called? Very good, Denise. Yes, it's true. Mountains are a bit heavy. Question 36. What film and book would you find Bella Swan in? What film and book would you find Bella Swan in? Question 37. Who won the Best Actor Academy Award in 2020 and for what film? So this question you get 2 points. Who won the Best Actor Academy Award in 2020 and for what film? 1 point for the actor, 1 point for the film. I say this is the most I've spoken in a long while. I need to hydrate. Question 38. What's the name of the Simpsons dog? What's the name of the dog on the Simpsons? Looks like we're a full 30-second delay now. It's getting worse. Question 39. Name all 4 animals which represent the houses in Hogwarts. Name all 4 animals which represents the houses in Hogwarts. So yeah, need all 4 to get the point. I can't get some Pepsi Car, and we're not sponsored by them. Yeah. 5. Oh, yeah. Question 40. Who hosted the Olympics in 2008? Who hosted the Olympics in 2008? 2008 seems like such a long time ago. What was it, 12 years? Well, it'd be 13 years this summer when that Olympics was, but yeah, 12 years ago. Yeah, of course. I keep forgetting, Denise, you haven't seen or read Harry Potter. Surely you know what the houses in Hogwarts is. Doesn't really give you much of a clue though, does it? What was that noise? Question 41. What university did Stephen Hawking go to? What university did Stephen Hawking go to? I'll remind you, he's British. Stephen Hawking died though, isn't he? Weird thing. Question 42. How many pounds are in a stone? How many LBs are in a stone? LBS. So this is the issue with this font and always being in caps lock. It looks like just LBS. I wonder what LBS is as an actual abbreviation. Apparently LBS is a building merchant. London Business School. Yeah, it comes up with a building merchant and London Business School before it even comes up with pounds. Question 43. How many pounds are in a kilogram? How many London Business Schools are in a kilogram? Pardon me. Oh. Apologies. I'm delayed on my thing. I know I am. Alright. Question 44. What common flower's lesser known name is Helianthus annus? Why do I feel like I've not done this? It says 44. I did, roughly. There. And question 45. How many valves does a heart have? How many valves does a heart have? Okay, I don't think the delay is as much as it was. I think my video just wasn't all the way across. So yeah, only 22-second delay. Okay, round 3 answers. So question 31, who directed Jurassic Park? It was Steven Spielberg. So when director Steven Spielberg and author Michael Crichton were working on a screenplay that eventually became the television series ER, Spielberg asked the writer about plans for his next book. Crichton told him about Jurassic Park, and Spielberg immediately tapped Universal to buy the film rights in May of 1990 before the book was even published. Question 32. What name refers to a boot and a UK football team? Chelsea. Apparently there is a thing called a Chelsea boot. If you know what Robin's going on about, good on you. I just took it as a girl is called Chelsea and there's a football team called Chelsea. Let's make it that simple. Yeah, in 1928, Chelsea became the first team to wear numbered shirts. Question 33. What 3 ingredients are typically used to make pancake batter? It is flour, eggs, and milk. So pancakes have a long history dated back to times of ancient Romans, and it was believed in medieval times that the first 3 pancakes cooked were sacred. Question 34. Where would you find Mount Kilimanjaro? Where you left it, like Denise said. It is in Tanzania in Africa. So it's the tallest mountain in Africa at almost 5.9 kilometers high, and yet it is considered one of the easiest mountains to climb. So if you've heard of the 7 mountains or something along those lines, they're the tallest mountains that hikers choose to climb. I believe Mount Kilimanjaro is like the 4th mountain in that lot because it's the 4th highest mountain in the world. But it's considered one of the easiest mountains to actually climb because you don't actually need any gear to do it. Question 35. What is a baby goat called? It's a kid. Me and Robin kept getting into trouble because when she was pregnant with Cassie, we kept calling Cassie the kid. Goats were one of the first animals to be tamed by humans and were herded 9,000 years ago. Question 36. What film and book would you find Bella Swan? It is the Twilight Saga. So, if you know the films, apparently Henry Cavill, who we now know to play Superman in The Man of Steel and Justice League and all that, and Jennifer Lawrence, who's known for The Hunger Games, were originally going to play Edward Cullen and Bella Swan. So, yeah. Henry Cavill was turned down for it because the author of the books didn't want anyone who was over 21, and at the time Henry Cavill was 24. And I think Jennifer Lawrence turned it down or didn't pass through the audition or something. But yeah. Question 37. Who won the Best Actor Academy Award in 2020 and for what film? So it was Joaquin Phoenix for Joker. So the Joker being Batman's villain and the film being sort of a prequel sort of thing of how he came to be. But I'm not entirely sure if that's really what it's meant to be. But yeah, because I don't know the Batman original history from the comics because I always thought he like fell into a vat of chemical waste or something, and that's how he became the Joker. Question 38. What is the name of the Simpsons dog? It is Santa's Little Helper. So apparently staff members on The Simpsons have said that they write the character of Homer in the same way that they do Santa's Little Helper. Question 39. Name all the animals which represent the houses of Hogwarts. You have lion for Gryffindor, eagle for Ravenclaw, snake for Slytherin, and badger for Hufflepuff. So the symbol for Ravenclaw is an eagle in the books and a raven in the films. Though the last film, an eagle does appear as the Ravenclaw mascot. Eagles are a symbol for a broader vision and strength of mind and heart. So that's why it's supposed to be an eagle, even though it's called Ravenclaw. So yeah, I'm afraid if you put raven instead of eagle, then you don't get any points for this question. Question 40, who hosted the Olympics in 2008? It is Beijing. So a total of 10,942 athletes from 204 national Olympic committees competed in 28 sports and 32 events. Question 41, what university does Stephen Hawking go to? It was Cambridge. So if you want to know facts about Stephen Hawking, watch the film Theory of Everything. That basically covers it. No point me going through anything else. Question 42, how many pounds are in a stone? It is 14. And subsequently, question 43, how many pounds are in a kilogram? It is 2. Or rather, it's 2.2046 to be exact. Question 44, what common flower's lesser known name is Helianthus annus? It is a sunflower. So sunflowers can have as many as 2,000 seeds, and the tallest on record is 30 feet. 30-foot sunflower. I know there was someone who tried to call the police on their neighbour for a sunflower, saying that they could have some sort of camera in the sunflower because it was looking over the fence into their garden. Okay. Question 45. How many valves does a heart have? It is 4. So the valves of the heart are like doors. Blood passes through them before leaving each chamber of the heart, and the valves prevent the backward flow of blood. So how did people do on that round? Bit easier, a bit harder? Yeah, Denise, I mean, I see where you came from with that. Like I say, I think the fact that Robin put it as a boot and a football team, that confused me as well. So I can understand why he put Spurs, but unfortunately, it is Chelsea. Okay, so that wasn't that bad of a round then. So better than last round's to on par. Okay, last linky round. So question 1. Thomas the Watt engine. Thomas the Watt engine. Question 2. The striker who Manchester United bought from Arsenal is called Robin Watt-Percy. What on earth sort of question is this? If you know your football, fair, but I have no clue. Question 3. People often sell their old things called a what boot sale? People often sell their old things in which is called a what boot sale? Oh yeah, Denise has got it already, blimey. I guess you know your football teams then. I don't know. I can make a guess. I can guess what the link is. What word beginning with T means to practice and get fair for a sport? What? What word beginning with T means to practice and get fair for a sport? Is it meant to be fair? Question 5, what links the past 4, but everyone seems to have got it. Am I the only one who doesn't know football? So yeah, you've all seemed to have got it, so there's no point in continuing with this. So, answers. So, it was, of course, Thomas the Tank Engine. The Arsenal person has a van in his name, apparently. Car boot sale and train. I'm still curious as if it was meant to be fur in a fur for a sport, but yeah. Fit. That makes more sense. Fit. Yes, anyway, they're all vehicles. Because I was looking at the keyboard, just wondering which letter could have got mixed up. Yes, get fit for a sport. Thank you. That makes a lot more sense. Right. How did people do on the Linky round then? Like I say, you all seem to have done better than I have. So yeah, I probably would have got 4 on that one. Well, maybe even 3. I got confused with that last question. Anyway, so of course, last round. This is word games. So in 1992, the Journal of Medical Ethics published a paper that proposed to classify happiness as a psychiatric disorder and give it a new name, major affective disorder, the pleasant type. Karen, don't worry about it. I'm not entirely sure I would have got trained with that question. I'm glad everyone else realised that it was meant to be fit, not fur. I have to have a word with Robin about fast typing these questions. Frowns on the head and get fur for a sport. Question 46. What bank never has any money? Any during a recession? What bank never has any money? Question 47. The blockbuster puzzle. What H is a common name for a household pet? What H is a common name for a household pet? If the question was what S, then it could be spider. Spiders are a household. Well, no, spiders are a household pest, not really a pet. Pardon me. Question 48. Countdown numbers. Sing this song. Doo-dah, doo-dah. So, using these numbers, get 696. Using these numbers, get 696. Can be done. Can you work it out? How good's your maths? Question 49. The Price is Right. What is the current exchange rate between the UK and Australia to the nearest 50 cent? How many Australian dollars make 1 UK pound? So yeah, 1 point for $3 either side, 2 points if you're $1 either side. I don't know why I put to the nearest 50 cent. I should have just put to the nearest cent. Either way. 50 cent, that works. So yeah, what is the current exchange rate between the UK and Australia? And then question 50 is our tenable round. Top 10 largest countries by area in kilometres squared. So 1 point per correct answer. And I've got results were taken from worldometers .info. Whoops. Try and get the timer back and I mess everything else up. So yeah, top 10 largest countries by area in kilometres squared. So you got a few extra seconds with me messing around with that thing, and I don't think the time is actually going to go, is it? Because this just seems like a long... Oh no, there we go. So you got a whole minute. I mean, you probably got anything up to a minute and a half with me messing around, but yeah. I'll be interested to see how many people get all of the countries. So I could say I could probably get 6 or 7 of them. I'm not sure I'd get all 10. In fact, I'm fairly certain I wouldn't get all 10. So, yeah. Answers. So, what bank never has any money in it? It is a river bank. It's a very old joke thing. You normally get those out of crackers. Question 47. What H is a common name for a household pet? It's a hamster. I've had a hamster. Question 48. Count down numbers to make 696. So it is possible. You got 8 plus 6 equals 14. Times by 50 is 700. Then you negate from that 10 times 2, which is 20, divided by 5, which is 4. So 700 minus 4 is 696. Question 49. What is the current exchange rate between the UK and Australia? This is simply $1.83 Australian dollars. 183 Australian dollars. So yeah, 1 point if you're within $3, 2 points if you're within $1. And then question 50, the top 10 largest countries by area. So, number 1, you have Russia at 17 million kilometers squared. In number 2, which is not close at all, is Canada at 10 million kilometers squared. Then you have China at 9.7 million kilometers. United States at 9.4 million. Brazil at 8.5 million. Australia at 7.7 million. India at 3.3 million kilometers, a fair old drop there. Argentina at 2.8 million kilometers. Kazakhstan at 2.7 million, and then Algeria at 2.4 million kilometers. How did people do? Why do I come back to chat and just suddenly see and speed sperm? What on earth are you going on about, Denise? I don't think I want to know, do I? Remember, I have to go off the chat to look at the answers and everything. And I just get... Tell the 49, because yeah, what would it be out of 4 ends of 15? Which is 60 plus another 15, which is 75. 76. So yeah, out of 76 in total for the entire quiz, I believe. A sperm bank. Okay. Now I get it. So yeah, technically, yeah, sperm bank has no money in it. I can't argue with that. Technically, a sperm bank would have money in it because people work there and people tend to have a wallet or something on them. So, if we're going to get into pedantics, then... right. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining me. Forgot to change the date on the... I forgot to change that and all. Forgot to change the date on it, so the next quiz is not until what's that, 5th of June? Yeah, 5th of June, because next week we're camping over in Norfolk, so 5th of June is when the next quiz would be. So yeah, so thank you everyone for joining me. Hopefully next time Robin will be here as well and you won't just have to put up with me. So hopefully you enjoyed me hosting on my own, and it's been satisfactory at any rate. And yeah, I'll see you again in 2 weeks' time. I've got to try and close out of this. Bye bye. Bye.